Hiya. Welcome to today's edition of Caddy's Corner. Sorry it's been a little scattered lately and not a lot of them have been in order or on every day or posting at the right time, and it's been a little chaotic. I've also felt compelled to kind of take a break a little bit. Instead of out of obligation, I want these to have a little bit more meaning for you, for me. And as I said in a previous video, I've kind of given up on the idea of making this a business. There's another thing happening now that I'm working on, but this is just me sharing with you. And the intent always was that I want to help people better. Better is the word I can't stop thinking about and writing about. And I'm a bit of a chaos specialist, I like to call myself. Because I have an artistic nature and I don't mind hard work, and I don't mind late nights or random things, and I like doing shows and anything that even resembles a show. I'm kind of willing to throw my hat into the ring on a lot of different things simultaneously. But unfortunately what that did was it attracted me to chaos that wasn't healthy. It wasn't right for me. And I stayed in it a little too long. So I've been trying to make sense of that. Make sense of what worked, what didn't work, what did I love, what did I not like, what was healthy for me, what was abusive, what was rejuvenates your spirit. Like, I have been someone for all of my life. I want better. I want better for me. I want better for my immediate friends and family, and I want better for the things that I see happening in the world. And quite honestly, why I don't watch the evening news, because it's just a lot of not better. And there are people out there doing good things and good work and volunteers and charity and helping others and stepping up when they don't have to risk their own safety for someone else. I've seen a lot of evidence in that in my life, and that never makes it on the news. I saw a tree fall down on the expressway here, the Jackie Robinson, one day, and it was a big giant, like 120-year-old oak or elm, but I watched people leaping from their cars, putting them in park and trying to remove the trees to help out the trapped woman, without a thought. Is another tree gonna fall? So take a break while the plane goes to LaGuardia for a second. I feel sometimes that in these videos, it's just selfish babbling about me and my life. But I also feel like a giant fraud if I'm trying to tell you how to fix your life. I don't know who's watching this. So I'm leaning back into just sharing where I'm at, what my day is, what's happened, funny, sad, challenging, revelatory, word of the days. I don't know. I enjoy making these, and I don't necessarily still yet know what they mean, but I feel like they're important. And the feedback that I've gotten back from people has been that they enjoy touching base with me, even if they aren't kind of actively. I'm not talking to them all the time. I'm a very crazy schedule right now with 5 days at bars, and I'm trying to move my life forward. So I'm never trying to preach to you, and I'm never just here for me. So better. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to advance better habits and get rid of bad ones, adding that friction in. And this is a grand experiment for me. I spent a lot of my life, quite honestly, I gave up. I gave up on myself. I gave up on the world. I gave up on friends and family, not on purpose, and maybe in hindsight there wasn't as much evidence as I thought there was, but I was hurt, and I had a lot of trauma that I was carrying, and I've got my backpack on right now, and I filled it up last night with a bunch of nuts and stuff from Sahadi's, and while I was walking I was like, wow, I'm really heavy today. My knees are like, after weeks and weeks of working bartending, I'm like, oh, I'm hurting a little bit. And I was like, wait, as soon as I take this backpack off, I'm going to feel better. So I lived in a martyr spiral, which is a victim spiral, for a very long time. And the more, it's kind of the classic Christianity theory of, forgive and turn the other cheek. unfortunately for me, the version I learned as a younger person didn't quite include boundaries. So forgiving meant letting the person back into your world. And I grew up in a very small town. So regardless of what problems you had with peers or boyfriends or whatever, you still had to go to class and cheerleading practice. And there was one Burger King and one McDonald's and one mall. And, there was no way to avoid the people who were causing you pain. So suck it up, Buttercup. Put on that pageant smile. Go to the dance like you're supposed to. Go to class like you're supposed to. And smile and be happy and don't cry and don't be dramatic about it. And that taught me a lesson in my life, to just put up with things that weren't quite right for me. It wasn't necessary. I don't think it was a lesson anybody was trying to teach me. It's just what I picked up out of it. So I'm trying to let that go and become more of an observer. So when someone acts up a foul in front of me, including some of my customers, I am a bartender after all right now, I'll just close my mouth and listen and go, oh. Instead of them engaging me and getting me pissed off or trying to, something happened last night that just left me befuddled. Had like a half an hour conversation with someone I know. And we're leaning in hard on a topic, and then at the end of it, as he was walking out the door, he goes, yeah, well, I'd already decided to do the other thing and told them anyway, and showed me the email. And I was like, well, then why did we just spend half an hour talking about it? Like, I'm happy to talk about it, but under the context of what's truth. So, hashtag truth. Hashtag hope, hashtag believe, hashtag all the hashtags. Better. Right now, that's the word. That's the word. Better. And as I look around this fantastic Herbert on King Park and my favorite trees, I know that in a couple months, they're going to get these little buds forming on them, and they're going to get all puffy and green, and that field of mud is going to become lush grass. And that's what I want to do this spring too. I wanted to do it every spring, but I didn't have the right resources. Wasn't in the right pot. I didn't have the right soil, the right water. And so I'm working on all of those things. Anyway, I guess I'll just say my hope for today too is that you're working on all those things too. And don't stop looking for the evidence of things that are sticking you down. What's the weight in your backpack? Call it the albatross around the neck. Whatever references you want to use. Think about it. Think hard. Journal about it. I cannot remember who the quote's from, but somebody said, how am I supposed to know what I think until I write it down? So do that. It's easy. I actually have like 2 journals going right now for separate reasons and separate things. So I'll leave you with that today. Thanks for joining me in Caddyland. It's going to be a good one, but a hard one today. I'm going to probably be saying goodbye to a dog friend of mine today. I don't know how much longer he has, so I'm not going to say who right now. We'll hold off on that, but to all of the little fur babies out there, I love you. To all the people watching, I love you. I gave Mr. Phil extra love today. And anyway, hope you're having a great Thursday. I had to think about what day of the week it was. Anyway, take it easy, y'all, and we'll do it again when we do it. Bye.